What? I just got to say first of all.
Go on.
Are you on Dress Down Friday today?
Mate, I am on. What are you on?
I'm on Rockstar Darts tonight with William Hill. Ali 180.
It's all going down tonight.
It's going down.
Listen, absolutely. Not only do we have these two here weighing in, we've got every single fighter on the undercard weighing in right here, aren't we?
Every single fighter on the planet who is fighting on Saturday night.
I was wondering how you're going to pull that back. I was thinking, where's he going with this? How's he selling this one? Listen, guys, we're going to be locked in for the next, half an hour or so. We've got loads
As long as you want.
Yeah, as long as you want. Listen, if you want us to stay, listen, just hit us up in the comments. We might be here all day. We've got a while till the darts this evening, haven't we?
There's a great audience here. It's a great venue for weigh-ins, by the way.
It is. We were here last year for Anthony Joshua, right?
Absolutely. That was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Last year.
Last here.
Last here. Sorry, David. Lost in translation there. I love this place. It's got, remember this was a meat market back in the day, and it's got that atmosphere about slabs of meat up on the scales, and we are going to see it today. We're going to have a little interview or not?
Yeah, we do. We are going to have a little interview, mate.
With who?
With the one and only Mr. Dereck Chisora. Yes. War Chisora. We caught up with him a few days ago at the public workout. Here it is. Yeah, here we are.
I was just saying, we have never seen you, if I'm right in saying this, we have never seen you in such good shape.
I'm in great shape. I think I got a six-pack now.
All right, listen, that's why you got to tune into the weigh-in on Friday night, you know what I'm saying? Friday night and Friday afternoon. There's all to see.
Yeah, it's going to be buzzing.
Absolutely. Now, how's training been?
Training has gone well. Training has been buzzing. You know, things were happening in camp. I didn't have any arguments in this camp. There was a bit of a disagreement, but it was a good disagreement.
What was the disagreement about?
David likes to control everything, so I gave him control everything. When I decided to take a little bit back, you're like, no, you can't do that.
He's a control freak, is it?
What was it? You want to eat a bit of fried chicken or something on the day? And he was like, nah, no fried chicken today.
No, what I wanted was pancakes. I wanted pancakes. And he was like, no, you can't. I was like, listen, I'm craving pancakes. And then he was like, no, you can't have pancakes. I'm like, please, can I have one pancake? No, he's had a go at me over there. That's all right, though.
Is that what the hardest thing is about training camp? Is that the hardest thing about, is the food? Being able to just to eat?
It's like, you're on a strict diet for 6 weeks, and then suddenly your subconscious mind tells you, I want some KFC.
You want a reward.
Not even a reward. You just something that says, I want some fried chicken. Or something that say, I want a burger. And then you're like, Five Guys. And you're like, oh, where can I go? I need a good greasy steak or greasy English breakfast, with Yorkshire pudding and the whole lot. But you can't.
But you're feeling the difference for keeping that discipline, yeah?
Yeah, I'm feeling the difference. It's gone well. Can't complain.
And Don Charles, who we spoke to just a moment ago, says that he believes that you may even stop Dillian Whyte second time around in this contest.
Yes, we're gonna push hard. We're gonna push until we can't push anymore.
You've got to meet him, basically. You're so. I was saying.
No, get it right, man. I'm gonna go look for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
gonna seek and destroy. He said seek and destroy.
Seek and destroy, because what I saw right now in his shadow boxing, he's been training on the back foot.
It's fascinating that you've ignored all these conversations about it. Dillian Whyte's been talking about if he beats you, he fights Anthony Joshua in Wembley. You've stayed away from talking about that, which we both, David and I, have found fascinating in the build-up. It's like you don't want to look beyond Saturday night.
No. The only thing I'm looking forward to after Saturday night is that turkey.
Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah, Yorkshire puddings,
roast
turkey, roast potatoes, Brussels sprouts.
Little piggies in a blanket?
Nah, I don't need pork. But it's okay.
No pork?
No pork. No pork for me.
Yeah, and the other thing is, and you gave a brilliant interview to me for the Telegraph, Derek. Was that?
Yeah, we know how that went.
How did it go? Tell us
I had
how it
a few
went.
complaints, but that stays under the covers now.
There's nothing under the covers.
I might be suing this man right here. So if you don't see him on the camera the next couple of days, he's in court with me.
So it's War Chisora for War David. But what I loved about what you were telling me about, what you told me, was that the Born Again again, faith that you have, letting things go, but also, you know, kind of like a change in your life, and just, you know, that there's a maturity with you as a professional fighter, as a person, and there's, you know, we could have you boxing with us for the next 10 years almost.
Yeah, you know what? Faith is great. You know, I keep saying this, man. You know, me and Tyson, you know, we didn't have much faith on ourselves, and then for Tyson Fury to get up on our knock, it's all faith. You know, this time last year, I kept saying in Monaco, Tyson was a big guy when he came to watch me fight, and I go to him, you know, go back. He goes, I'm gonna come back. Watch this. I didn't believe him, and he proved me wrong, and I'm so happy that he's back. You know, this is all to do with faith.
Yeah.
You know, when you found faith, everything else opens up. You know, you start seeing the light clearer.
Because Tyson Fury told me over in America, even though you guys have fought twice, if he wins the WBC title and you're in line, you deserve another fight for that title.
3. I say you have to give me one win. I said to him, you have to give me one win. You know, you can't have all 2, because you know what, we'll do a 3rd one. And now you'll do a 3rd one with me, because every time he wanted to fight, he'll call me and say, can we fight? I'm like, yeah, come on, let's do it.
So no tables at the press conference tomorrow either?
No.
Calm, peaceful. The war is on Saturday.
The war is on Saturday. War.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers.
Hey, listen, it's them pancakes, man. It's them pancakes, Derek.
Do you know what? Christmas for Derek is going to be a stack of pancakes, isn't it? It really is.
It is.
Fried chicken and a stack of pancakes.
Fried chicken, stack of pancakes, maple syrup. He's going to be living the dream, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he was never going to become vegan, was he? I mean, David had claimed at one time he was a vegan, of course. I mean, David's up there now, of course. We've seen him up there. He's always been in fantastic shape. I tell you what, apart from Derek, Reece Bellotti and Ryan Walsh have just weighed in.
Yep.
Both on weight. They look fantastic. Did you know here's a little tidbit.
Yeah, go on, hit me.
About Reece Bellotti. Not only is he a boxer, Dave.
What is it part-time something else?
He's a full-time something else. He is a lighting engineer on the biggest movies out there. James Bond, Harry Potter. He gave that up to get punched in the face. Kind of weird, isn't it? Are
you serious?
Yeah.
He's kind of a big deal.
Well, he's looking, as he's an electrician, he's looking to put Ryan Walsh's lights out. Come tomorrow night.
He knows all about that. There'll be loads of sparks flying.
Tell him, Dave. Tell him.
Trust me, the voltage will be high. The voltage will be high.
Brilliant.
Yeah, well, for those of you guys that are just joining us once again, we are live here in Islington at the Business Design Centre, where, as you correctly put, a lot of business is going to be going down. What are we here for?
Well, we're here for mainly, the main event, of course, Dereck Chisora against Dillian Whyte. Bragging rights, the British heavyweight division between these two. Underneath, of course, I would say, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, who really are the top tier of heavyweights. Dillian Whyte improving with every performance.
Yep.
Dereck Chisora, how many lives has he had? He's come up, he's gone down, he's come up, he's gone down again. What are the odds on the fight there, Dave?
Listen, I've got the odds.
I still think a draw, by the way, is not a bad shout.
Listen, that's the same thing. The draw's in at 22-1. I know that off the head. I don't even need to look at this iPad right here. I know that one completely off the head.
I think a draw, put a few of those.
Oh yeah.
Put a few cheeky sport tenors, cheeky sport Dave tenors on a draw. I'm telling you, may not be disappointed. But I'll pull up the full odds for you right here. Obviously, once again, to let you guys know, you will obviously not find a better price on round by round betting than via William Hill. Listen, we run the round by round, don't we? We are the game. We are the game, running the round by round betting.
Absolutely. Well,
you managed to find it yet?
Dylan Whyte is in at 3-10 to win the fight. Yep. I know that off the top of my dome.
Yep.
Also, Derek Chisora, 5-2, mate.
5-2. It's good odds. Look, it's so hard to split them. I do believe Derek is the underdog in this fight. I think Dillian's improved so much this year with the knockout of Lucas Brown, who hadn't been beaten before, and then he took the fight with Joseph Parker. We were both there. What a thrilling night that was. And he showed the ring nous in the 12th round to take a knee when he was hurt and come back because he knew he was ahead in the fight. It was a brilliant contest. And not only that, when someone like Dillian wants to stay active, wants to stay in camp, and wants to have 3 fights near you can only but praise him. And what it means is he's got momentum and he's battle hardened.
18 stone, 6 pounds, 7 ounces. Tom Little.
Yeah, he's talked big this week.
He has.
He's talked big as little this week, and he's talked big because he's got the big man in front of him, 6 foot 8 inch tall, David Price, who no doubt we will see in a minute.
Right now, taking off them joggers.
Just stripping off to his smalls at the moment. And this is a great fight for Little. A great fight for Little. If he can weather the first 2 or 3 rounds against David and kind of start to get doubt into David's head, he could have a massive victory for his career here.
I mean, we've seen David Price over the last few fights. So usually on Joshua cards, he fought
Povetkin
earlier in the year. Yep, knocked him down.
Knocked Povetkin down, but then got knocked out himself, brutally knocked out.
Absolutely.
We saw him withdraw from his last fight with an injury, which was probably sensible. People weren't happy at the time, but it was a sensible thing to do because here he is back again. 3rd fight of the year, staying active. The thing is about David Price.
You're going to say it, aren't you? You're going to say he's 1 or 2 fights away from.
He's always 1 or 2. He is one of his right hand is one of the biggest fights. Little's got to weather the first 2 or 3 rounds, and he's seen as a very much a rising prospect at the moment. But David Price victory on his record would be amazing for him. You know, there's all those guys out in the heavyweight division at the moment that are great fun. The White Rhino, all those guys.
Yeah.
Look, if Little goes well here, he could end up fighting the likes of Dereck Chisora down the line, you know? That's the kind of matchup he'll be looking for. He told us in the week at the weigh-ins that he's got little kids. He doesn't do this, you know, for fun. He does it because he's trying to make a living, and it's as simple as that. And the great thing for heavyweights, and it's why David Price is staying in the game, is that you're only a couple or 3 or 4 fights away from a very big payday in the heavyweight division.
Absolutely. How good is David Price? I know a lot of people have said he has rumoured to have knocked out a certain heavyweight champ.
Well, look, there's talk about how he flattened Anthony Joshua in sparring, but that right hand.
Look at those superlatives.
Yeah, but that right hand that David Price has is one of the most powerful and coruscating punches. Coruscating punches. Hellacious punches. One of the most hellacious punches in the heavyweight division. So he's always dangerous, and that's what Tom Little said to us.
Yeah.
If I was worried about people punching me in the heavyweight division, I wouldn't be boxing, because heavyweight division is about big punches and it's about knockouts.
Absolutely. Who have we got coming up next?
So we've got Wargley here now coming in. These 2 guys I don't know a lot about, I'll be honest with you. These are kind of the floating undercard fights, of course. Maybe we should listen to.
Why is it important to have these floating undercards weighing in as well?
Well,
because they're not. There's not 100% that they will fight on the night, is it?
Some are guaranteed to fight, others are fighting when we've all gone home, unfortunately, and the press conference is going on. But for the staging of contests, for the staging and the timing on these pay-per-view events, we've got the floating cards that they drop in. If, for example, we haven't seen him yet, if Charlie Edwards and Christopher Rosales ends early for any reason, you expect it to go 8, 10, 12 rounds, but if it doesn't, or Joshua Buatsi doesn't go 12 rounds, these fights fill in on the card for that reason. Listen, they're all getting paid, that's the point.
Absolutely.
He looks good.
Yeah, so what weight would you have him at?
If he's 230 pounds, he's a heavyweight.
Wow.
Anything under 200 is cruiser, or up to 200 is cruiser. Anything over 200 is heavyweight.
Absolutely. Wow. So we have a floating heavyweight fight.
Here we go. This will be interesting. Now, they look both very relaxed. I don't think we're going to see any fisties here.
Very relaxed.
Yeah. Eddie Hearn, it's not cold in here, but Eddie Hearn's wearing like a dark, deep winter night overcoat.
With a nice little fur over the edges as well.
A bit of fur on the edges with the Hearn coat there.
And the Hearn roll neck.
Do you know what? I think he's trying to cover up the fact we exposed yesterday that he was heavier than Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua last weighed in.
Yeah.
Because we tried to get Dillian's brother Dean a fight under Eddie, and then Dean actually fancied a fight with Eddie. And Eddie was very quick to point out that he's 4 stone lighter, even though he's heavier than AJ.
Oh my days! On top of that, you know, so Dillian Whyte's brother.
Yeah.
If he was into boxing, he's a big lad. He'd be a heavyweight, right?
He'd be a super heavyweight in amateur boxing, and he'd be a heavyweight in anyone's books. Listen, imagine him in a 3-round fight with one of his enemies in a ding dong. He's told us before, hasn't he, on our show that him and Dillian, they have a dispute.
They have an argument.
They'll stop the car
in the middle of the road,
and they'll just have a fight.
Yeah, just punch up.
That's how they sort it out. They're like the old-fashioned travellers. Him and the Furies would get on well because that's what it's
the Irish in him, innit?
When we were
it
out,
must be the Irish in him.
Definitely. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. When we were out in Los Angeles, of course, at the press conference for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, it got a bit heated. Where did Tyson's shirt go? It came off. And what did he put back on? Just his jacket and the medallion. I loved that day. Absolutely loved it.
Oh, my boy's about to hit the stage right now.
Your boy?
My boy.
Your boy Buatsi.
My boy.
Is it your Buatsi?
Buatsi.
Yeah, Joshua Buatsi. Very, very talented. Olympic bronze medalist.
It's not even Buatsi.
Oh, who is it?
Charlie.
Oh, it's Charlie Edwards.
Charlie.
Okay, it's the Surrey boy.
Yes.
Charlie Edwards.
Charlie Edwards, also from the ends, also from the dirty south, also from Croydon. Do you know what I mean? Listen, it's all happening over there.
Massive.
I'm telling you, listen, it's all happening down in the dirty south. I'm telling you, listen.
The
you
dirty
don't know.
south.
The dirty south. You know what I mean? You got Krept and Conan. You got Big Shaq. You got Buatsi.
Reakpor.
You got Reakpor. You got Cheeky Sport Dave.
You forgot Dillian Whyte there, by the way.
Oh yeah, and Dillian Whyte.
Don't forget Dillian Whyte.
You can't forget. Listen, whatever you do, you can't forget Dillian Whyte.
So here's the world title fight on the card, the WBC flyweight title. Charlie Edwards and Christopher Rosales of Nicaragua weighing in.
Look at the physique of Mr. Charlie Edwards
as I said,
right
his
there.
tensile strength is there.
Absolutely.
He looks fantastic. 111 pounds, 7 stone 13. Told us that, you know, he has to carry his ID around with him all the time, even when he's buying a scratch card, because you've got to be 16.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, he's a 25-year-old man, but he looks about 12.
Yeah, he does. Nicaraguan Christopher Rosales also looks in fantastic shape, taking his time to get up on the scales. He is 100 and...
Oh, they're very close.
111, just 111 and a half pounds.
Very, very close.
He's made it.
Very close, yeah.
He will be defending his WBC title tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
111, just 111.6 pounds. I wish they did it in stone because my mind does not work quickly enough.
You're trying to connect it, but it's not running. It's not running like that at all.
Early outsies.
Now, obviously, this is the chief support, right? This is the chief support fight. WBC title on the line. What is it? What's so special about the WBC belt above all the other belts? What makes it such a special?
Well, it's one of the very first sanctioning bodies. It's the green and gold belts. It's the belt that, within the sport, boxers love to hold. It's sometimes considered as the major belt, the WBC. It's the one that, the greenback belt, they call it.
The greenback.
And I tell you, I've got to commend the WBC because they're the people that brought in weigh-ins 24 hours for a fight, reduced title fights from 15 to 12 rounds. And Mauricio Sulaiman, who we both know, of course, Mauricio's bringing in a great thing next year, which is weight testing for all boxers in every weight division. At no point, if they're in the WBC rankings, can they go 20% above a fighting weight. And so Tyson Fury would have been banned for life because he was 10 stone over whatever the limit is for heavyweights. But you know, he fights at whatever it is, 240, 50 pounds. He was 400 pounds, wasn't he? So no chance. But I think it's a great move that they're bringing in 2019.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Full of facts today.
Yeah, listen, you're absolutely full of facts. Now
Too much coffee.
Look, they're squaring up. Listen, there is real bite in this fight, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
There is real bite in this fight.
There's a great sleeve going on there with Edwards.
I'm absolutely loving the sleeve.
Yeah.
He is so focused. He's been counting down for weeks, for months on end. He's, you know, Eddie Hearn told us the other day that he's got his own little advent calendar going on there.
Oh, Dave, this is a great stare off. They really don't want to end the stare off there. 6 fights ago, Charlie Edwards fought for the world title against Casimero and was beaten. The guy up there, Rosales, has lost to 2 British flyweights, Andrew Selby, the brother of Lee Selby, and also Khalid Yafai, who's currently a world flyweight champion as well.
Absolutely, oh, absolutely. Listen, that's what I love to see though in the sport. That's what I love to see, real bite, real metal, so that when it gets into the square circle tomorrow.
Those little men, they're built like whippets. They are technically always very good. They fight at 100 miles an hour, and it will light up the arena tomorrow night.
How do you see it going tomorrow night?
Is Charlie listening? It's a very tough fight for Charlie, this. I think Rosales is very dangerous for the first 6 rounds. If Charlie boxes really well for the first half of the fight and he can start to share the rounds, I think the physicality he's now showing, he's a great boxer, he's been schooled in a great amateur way in Britain. I think he can pip it on points, but he's got to put in an A1 performance, a career best performance, David.
My goodness, I think we're just about to see the one and only Mr. Josh Buatsi shortly. Who's he fighting?
Reynold Quinlan, who we've seen on these shores fighting Chris Eubank Jr. a couple of years ago at super middleweight. We enjoyed chatting to him in the week. He's a God-fearing guy. He's had a lovely story about Love is Pain tattooed on his neck, didn't he? And how he'd fallen out with his missus and they'd split. And they had a child who was missing his child, but they're back together again and they've had kids since.
It's incredible.
Beautiful story.
It's incredible, but I'm personally hoping he loses this weekend.
Well, that's very nice, isn't it? That's nice.
I'm hoping he's losing.
Listen, a loss for Buatsi wouldn't be the end of the world.
It wouldn't be.
No, because the thing is about Buatsi, he's had everything his own way so far. I think he'll win this fight handily. You got the odds for this?
I don't have any odds for this.
Okay, but what I will say is, I think what Buatsi will do is get that hard jab out there early. He'll go to the body. He's very, very tough, Buatsi, and we're seeing him improve his boxing, his ring craft, his ring generalship with every performance, David.
I just love how serious he takes the sport of boxing, how serious he takes fighting, how dedicated he is to the sport, how dedicated he is to every single fight he has. You said earlier on during the week that Eddie Hearn must have brought Mr. Quinlan over here to lose this fight. How much of a dangerous fight, though, is it?
Well, when I say he's going to lose, it is, they're all dangerous fights. When I say he's going to lose, yeah, he doesn't look that good. I mean, I've got better boxer shorts than that as well. In fact, I've got better ones on that. Do you want to see them? Yeah? Yeah? I've got a bigger belly than that as well, so I can't really say. But no, I think, to be serious a moment, he's been brought over to lose
12-3-6.
12-3-6?
Yes.
What do you mean 12?
12 stones, 3 pounds, 6 ounces.
Okay, so just under the 175-pound limit.
Yes. There he is. Yep. Josh Buatsi.
Yeah, I mean, he looks fantastic. Doesn't have to cut a lot of weight. Cuts 5 to 8 pounds. He lives at like heavyweight. It's a very tough global division. There's no rush for Josh.
And you see he's got his rosary on as well.
12 stones, 6 pound 5 ounces, just under the 175-pound limit. Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
Is that up right?
Yeah. The mathematics
so it's about 174, isn't it? And a bit.
And a bit of change.
What are you weighing in at the moment?
Change.
What are you weighing in at the moment?
I'll probably be in a cruiser, you know.
Do you know what worries me? I'm heavyweight.
Yeah. And when you think about who you're going to be putting yourself against.
No, the funny thing was,
it's a bit dangerous, isn't it?
You remember when Big Deontay Wilder gave me the...
Yeah, he took the glasses off as well, yeah.
All you did was stand there and let him do it to me.
I was like, yeah.
I saw the bronze
I mean, I had your back.
Yeah, right, from behind me. Yeah, you had right behind me.
I had your back way back.
Yeah, let's film it.
Way back.
No, but I was heavier than the bronze bomber.
Oh, are you serious? Oh, yeah. The bronze bomber, what did he weigh in at?
I think it was about 14 stone something, wasn't
he? It was at 212 pounds about.
But I'd heard that he had a staph infection as well, and that he'd had flu, and that he was struggling with weight, and so I'm putting it on. But you know what? Can't wait to see those two fight again next year.
Listen, and don't worry, we'll be back there again for that.
Here's the face-off with these two. He's not just got the eye of the tiger.
He does
He's got the eye of the panther, hasn't he?
Yes, the eye of the Black Panther. Look at him. And you know what I love? He's got that. He does. Wakanda. He does.
The eye of the Black Panther.
He does. Look. They're not breaking the stare at all.
That's Thomas Putz up there. I think the head of the German commission, believe it or not. But maybe working here for the international. Thomas Putz used to be, the German commission, when very famous when Vladimir Klitschko was fighting in Germany all the time. People said that the commission used to favour Klitschko because they wanted him to stay in Germany, but nothing was ever proven anyway. I shouldn't really be saying that.
They're going to drop in some controversy out here, some conspiracy theorists. Guys, just to let you guys know real quick, the odds for the fight winner on Saturday night. Dillian Whyte is at 3-10 to win the fight. Derek Chisora at 5-2, and the draw is at 22-1.
I tell you what's fascinating about the round betting as well.
Yes, tell them.
White to win round one is 50-1. I mean, there's great odds if you want to bet on an early finish to this fight. 40-1 round 2, 33-1 round 3, round 4 25-1, round 5 20-1, all the way through 20-1 to round 10. Sorry for spitting all over you. 22-1, 11-1, 25-1. Chisora on the round betting, 125-1.
Big.
Let me get him out again.
Get him out again. Let him know. Let him know, Gareth.
It's worth a cheeky tenner.
It is worth a cheeky sport tenner.
On Derek Chisora to win in those early rounds. 125-1 the first round, 80-1 the second round, 70-1, 60-1, 55-1, 50-50, all the way to round 10, 66-1. That's not a bad bet.
Listen, if I'm going for a Derek Chisora knockout, I'm going for a Derek Chisora round 11, round 10-11.
Yeah,
round 10's at 66-1.
Last time either man could have knocked the other guy out in those last two rounds.
Listen, without a shadow of a doubt, that's a nice little cheek. Throw a nice little 10 on a round 11. It's 800 quid, mate.
Listen, before the main events get on tonight, are we going to hear from David Haye? Because we spoke to him earlier in the week.
We did.
And he was very, very interesting,
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
He gave you a little 2-minute rundown of who he thinks the best heavyweights are.
Let's have a listen, shall we? So we're here with David Haye. David, obviously you're promoting Derek Chisora at the moment, but for you, who's the #1 heavyweight in the world right now?
I think the #1 heavyweight in the world, going by records, going by the number of belts the champions hold. You've got Anthony Joshua holds 3 belts, has never lost and never drawn. You've got Deontay Wilder with a WBC belt. He has 1 belt and he has a draw on his record. You have Tyson Fury, who's been out of the ring for the last sort of 4 years and has a draw, and the lineal championship, however much credit you give that. So I'd have to go with the stats, and the stats say Anthony Joshua, who's never lost and never drawn. I'd say he's the leader. He has the most belts. He's fought arguably the better opposition and beaten all of them. The best fighter AJ and Tyson Fury has fought of late is each other, and neither of them won. There are arguments both ways. Wilder was able to knock him down heavily, but Fury was able to outbox him. But there's still arguments. The judges. We can all have our opinions about who we all thought. You could have it's not X Factor or Pop Idol where it's who the masses choose. Yeah. This is the way it's about the only opinions that matter. The 3 judges, and the 3 judges thought one apiece and 1 a draw. That was it. So you got to go with that. That's how it was. They saw it as a draw. Their opinions are the only ones that matters. We can all argue to cows come home, but it doesn't matter.
So for you, it's Joshua, Wilder, Fury.
No, Joshua and equal. Joshua
equal second with Wilder and Fury.
They both got a draw against each other. So I can only go AJ and Wilder and Fury a joint second place. There's the only way I could realistically, without my opinion, it's not my opinion, I'm just going by the facts. The facts state one of them's never drawn. Whether you thought Fury got a draw or not, he got a draw. And it's like Lennox Lewis. He got a draw against Holyfield. I thought he won the fight pretty clearly, but the judges didn't.
We won't know for a year and a half, basically, and it's styles make fights, and they've all got to fight each other.
Hopefully not a year and a half. Hopefully it could happen a bit soon. But realistically, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
Knowing how heavyweight Boston
the
is.
Haymaker.
Go on, hit me.
Tell him, Dave, tell him.
Hit me. What are you going to say there?
No, tell him.
Hit me.
No, tell him.
Listen,
No,
what you guys just missed is Carlos Takam.
Did you say hit me?
Yeah, hit me. Yeah, hit me, innit?
Is that a freebie?
Yeah, it's a freebie.
No, what I was going to say about Carlos Takam and Gashi up there on stage.
Yes.
Great strides. They had a lovely little selfie up there, actually. After they had the face-off, held it up and had the selfie. I do like that.
That was
I
a
love
late
a bit
edition,
of gentlemanly fighters.
It's a late edition. When did they get added?
A late edition. I don't know if this has been confirmed yet, but there was a weird tweet last night where David Higgins from Duco Events said, did you see that?
No.
He said he was flying over to London to have a meeting with Eddie Hearn to get Joseph Parker on the card really late. I don't know if it was a kind of a joke tweet. but I don't know whether I dreamt it. But it was like one of those weird things. I thought, no, it doesn't mean that, like, you know, Dereck Chisora's had a late-minute injury and they're flying the boy in. But
can you
we'll chat with Eddie afterwards. Let's go to the stage.
Yeah.
Enough for us.
It'll be a great night of world-class boxing for your entertainment. And then the main event on the line, the WBO International Heavyweight Championship, the WBC Silver Heavyweight Championship. But on the line, bragging rights. Here we go again, the rematch. It's Chisora and Whyte, number 2, 12 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. And it's all brought to you by Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, along with former world heavyweight champion David Haye in Haymaker Boxing. Let's get right to it. This is the official weigh-in for that main event. First up to the scales. He comes in with a record of 24 victories, 29 victories, 21 wins by knockout with 8 defeats. He's the former European champion, former WBA, WBO International Heavyweight Champion from Finchley, London. He is Derek Chisora. And his opponent for tomorrow night, coming up to this stage with a record of 24 victories, 17 wins by knockout, only 1 defeat in his career. He's the reigning and defending WBC Silver and WBO International Heavyweight Champion. He is Dillian Body Snatcher Whyte. Derek Chisora will be the first one to get on the scales. Once again, this is the rematch. Boxing fans have been waiting for
David
it.
Haye
All goes down.
alongside Derek
Chisora. I love it. He's got the mask on.
He's got the mask
He's got
on.
the War Chisora on. He's got the Santa hat on. Yeah, you've got to take your mask off
the
to get your
Santa hat, you know.
I'm really looking forward to
You can't wait to see the physique.
yeah, I really can't wait to see the physique. He's talked about it.
It would be funny if he took a shirt off and there was just a beer belly out there.
Look at that. Whoa! War Derek Chisora. Look at that physique, man.
Oh, listen, I think this is the best shape he's been in. This is the best shape.
Whoa, Derek Chisora.
It's the best.
Look at that shape.
That's the best physique
Look at the
I've seen
shape on
Derek
that.
in.
Best ever. Wow. Looks fantastic. Really does.
And look at them.
Really does.
Look at them boxer shorts.
Amazing.
Look at them boxer
fantastic.
shorts.
We have never, I've covered Derek for over 10 years, we have never seen him in this shape. Now, someone's shape isn't always an indication of how well they're going to box on the night, but I tell you what, he wasn't lying about not having pancakes.
He was not lying at all. He is in the shape of his life. He must have borrowed David Haye's body, mate. He must have borrowed David Haye's body.
Yeah, you're right. They've done a body switch.
They've done a body switch.
They've done a magical body switch.
17 wins by KO. Dillian, the body
also looks absolutely fantastic.
And
look at the arms,
shape.
Look at the legs. It's about power, precision, improving boxing, tenacity, but also explosiveness, David.
There is a lot of focus in his eyes.
There is a lot of Dillian Whyte there.
There is a lot, there's a huge amount of body
pounds,
snatcher.
247 pounds for Dillian Whyte. He looks fantastic. Now, am I imagining there's been more tattooing going on there
I think
well?
there has
There's
been.
half a body tattooed there. Half a body. Now, he needs to stand on the right-hand side from us to show that tattoo.
Listen, this is going to be a fight and a half tomorrow night, isn't it?
Do you know, it is. You know, Eddie Hearn in his deep midwinter Russia coat right now.
Deep midwinter Russia
coat is looking a little bit sweat-ridden. Look, he's put the oil on.
Yes.
He's looking fantastic.
Yes.
Hey, give us that oil, Derek.
There you go.
He looks fantastic. Oh. Here we go. They look fantastic, these two guys. Primed for war. They really are primed for war, David. They look fantastic.
The question is, whose physique would you rather have right now?
You'll
take Derek's, wouldn't you? You would?
No, I'll go Dillian's.
You got Dillian's,
I'm all arms and legs, me, baby. I'm arms and legs, you know. Yeah. Oh, I like this stare off. You know, they are so primed, these two. They are so. As Michael Buffer said, you can't disagree with that. Fit, focused,
and ready to rumble.
It's going to be in the hall, the brawl to settle it all.
Absolutely. Listen, the stare down is intense. It's
Derek's
real.
gonna take the
glasses are
glasses off.
coming
Yeah.
off, so we can look deep into their minds.
Yeah.
Taking a little 1-2
Here we go.
step
It's going to
closer.
kick off here. Watch.
Yeah, it's about to get real.
This is it.
Look,
Dillian looks very tense, but ready for
very
war.
tense.
As he said, fit,
Very
pride,
poised.
focus. We're in this hall. Let's not hope we have a brawl. Let's settle it all tomorrow night at the O2 Arena. Brilliant stuff. Box office fighters, box office attitude there, Dave.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Dillian Whyte is not breaking the stare. He
He's
didn't break
loving
his
it.
stare at all.
Yeah, no, it's
But listen,
absolutely brilliant.
Do you think it's nerved him to see Derek Chisora in?
No, I think
in
he's
that
ready.
shape?
I think he loves these occasions. Look, it's his third fight this year. He's battle hardened. He could have sat out and waited for a big fight to fall into his lap against AJ if other things fall through. No, he wants to prove once and for all that he did.
It's still happening.
Okay.
It's still happening over
So
there on the
now
stage.
they're going.
It's
now
still
they're
happening
going.
on the
Bit of
stage.
tension
They're
finally
still
at last.
talking on the stage.
You know,
Yeah.
a phalanx
It's
of
happening.
security men between them.
It's
You know,
so- yeah.
they're having these final words.
It's-
Yeah, this is just a little bit of animosity bubbling over. They're both ready. They're giant fighters, remember?
Look. Even Dylan's brother's on there.
Yeah, oh, he's always up there.
He's
He's up there. He'll probably fight with Dylan backstage in a minute. But no, I'm glad nothing bad kicked off. The last thing you want is someone falling off the stage, getting kicked, getting an injury. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They look fantastic. They put the work in.
You can see it, that how serious this fight is to both of them.
Yeah,
how serious it is. If you follow Dillian Whyte on social media, you'll be able to see that he's been training.
And he's got a new YouTube as well, by the way.
He does. Listen, Dillian Whyte ain't
So
playing.
have I.
Look. Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening over there.
I'm going to go and see what is happening.
I'm going to find out. Yeah.
Listen, we can't. It's kick. Oh, it's Dillian Whyte. Is Anthony Joshua still going to be a world champion in 2019?
No.
You taking that?
Yeah.
You stripping that?
That's right.
He said, that's
Time
right.
to eat.
It's time
It's the one and only Dillian Whyte. We're just saying what great shape he looks in, but you as well. Another great camp in Loughborough, yeah?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. The last night I came in 18 stone 7. You know, as you can see, I'm way lighter than that.
You're wearing away, man. We can barely see you.
If you turn
man.
sideways, you don't
No, we
exist.
can tell it in your arms and your legs, particularly. The work you've done.
We've worked on a few different things. Every fight is different, you know. Last fight I was ridden with injuries and sickness and stuff. This time it's different. You know, I mean, we've trained hard. I've been consistent doing exactly what they asked me to do, eating what they asked me to eat, doing what they asked me to do, going to rest. You know what I mean? You know, I've just, you know, so it's been good.
What's the hardest thing about training camp? For those that obviously that are watching at home, they don't really know what training camp's like. For you, what's the hardest element? Is it the food?
Is it consistent eating, bro? It's
That's
eating,
so funny.
Eating chicken breast over chicken breast over chicken breast over chicken breast with no ketchup or nothing. It's long.
Do you know what?
The sauceless breast.
No sauce.
There's two things you and Derek have both got in common. You're both heavyweights, and you're both moaning about what you weren't able to eat in camp. He had exactly the same problem. When he wanted a bit of fried chicken or a Five Guys, David Haye was there slapping his butt saying you can't go anywhere.
I don't even like Five Guys and all that. I just would like a normal roast chicken with a bit of gravy in it. You know what I mean? Or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know.
A bit of drunk sauce on the side, you know?
Yeah, something, but it just breasts. I wouldn't mind eating fire and that, but it's breast. I do like breast though, but you know.
But not that kind of
I'm going to throw a bit of news at you. He's told us he's knocking you out on Saturday night.
That's good. He said he was going to knock me out last time. He said he was going to... Listen, man, Derek said a lot of things. It's good that... Listen, sometimes you need to speak it to believe it. So that's what he's trying to do. He's around Haye, they're working with sports psychiatrists and stuff now, so they're giving him these words and he's trying to speak these things into existence and into reality. So good luck to him. It's good that he have that mindset. You know, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I need to. It's good that you have that mindset, cause that might be his downfall.
What kind of fight do you expect on Saturday?
war, as he says. No, Armageddon, as he says.
Armageddon. So the whole with the brawl to settle it all is going to be Armageddon, yeah?
That's what he says, man. So I might have to bring Ragnarok with me.
A bit of Ragnarok action. Now, obviously, the O2 I was saying earlier on is practically like your home, isn't it now?
Yeah, you know, we've had some good fights there, and, you know, it's good. I was saying someone earlier, O2 is like the new York Hall, you know. It's just a bigger York Hall, it's a proper fighting venue, you know. I like these big arenas, it's good, but the atmosphere in O2, it's electric, isn't it?
It is. It's absolutely incredible. Now, how is the fight going to go on Saturday night? I know you said it's going to be Armageddon, as you said, but for you, how do you see it going?
Dillian Whyte consistently punching holes into Chisora bit by bit at a time, and he's going to get stretched out at some point.
So you don't believe it's going to go 12 rounds?
No, I don't believe, but, you know, I'm not going to go out there looking to blow him away in the first round. I'm going to go out there and do it. So, listen, I'm a fighter, I'm a brawler, I'm a boxer, I'm a technician as well. What is he? He's just a brawler. He might get fitter, he might get stronger, but that's it. What's he going to do? When was the last time you see him out-jab someone or out-box someone? Never. David can't change that in 12 weeks.
So old dogs, no new tricks?
You have a few new tricks, I'm sure, you know. Old donkey, no new tricks, you mean?
No, because there is a school of thought this time that you box him early and then you take it to him after 4 or 5 rounds.
We'll see what happens, man. We'll see, you know. I might come out and try and get it done early, you know. It depends. I'll have a look at his legs. I'll see what he's saying. I'll see how he shapes up, because one thing, Derek, he's a veteran. And one thing with veterans, if you're inexperienced, they can get into your head. They can do things and act a certain way, like they want to fight or they're strong, you know. But I've seen it now. I've been around. I've seen it now. So I'm able to look. I'm able to look out for these things, you know, and spot these things and recognize them and see these things. You know, I mean, I might sit there and look at someone and say that person got an injury on that leg. You know, it's mad. But that's experience. Experience is something that you can't buy, man, and that's what I'm gaining now, experiencing that consistency.
It's funny, you know, because you just noticed that eagle-eyed, because you're the first boxer today who's been up on this box with us.
That's what I'm saying.
Who's noticed that you're... No, I'm saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
You've got a great awareness about you at the moment.
You see what I'm saying?
But there's a reason...
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree with it. No, I really
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you had an awareness of
man.
where you are. It's because it has been an incredible year for you. You've really grown as a person, as a boxer, as a fighter, as a promoter even this year as well.
No, a manager, you know, just...
But it has been an amazing year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, man. You know, we've worked hard, man. You know, people say they started from the bottom. If you want to see someone who started from the bottom, go and look at my career. Look at the places I was fighting. You know, my first 10 fights, I think I paid for them myself. You know, I've had 3 fights in 1 month, week after week. You know, I've been in a comeback show, injuries, letdowns, pullouts. You know, written off. You know what I mean? But I don't go around crying. But you started from the bottom. No, we're here. I'm not there yet. But, you know, we're marching,
What I like about you is that you could have sat on your laurels and waited for a fight next year, but that march is not going to be halted, is it? You know?
I'm not about that life, man, you know. I want to fight, man. Listen, you're young once. I don't want to wait around, going there 35, 34, rusty as hell and get banged up because, no. You know, that's happened to Stavern. Wait 2 years and got put away in a round. Yeah. You know, Stavern's a good fighter.
It's about match fitness.
You know, it's about consistency, man. You know, consistency. You see, average fighters be good fighters because they're being consistent. Look at even Leon Spinks when he beat Muhammad Ali. No one expected that, but Ali wasn't consistent. Leon Spinks was. He had only 7 fights, but he just come out the Olympics and he was consistent. Ali
took him lightly as well. He took a vow of silence before that. He said Spinks wasn't good enough for Ali to say anything in the build-up, so he took a vow of his own personal vow of silence for 7 weeks and didn't speak to the media. But it cost him, didn't it?
History often repeats itself. And you have to learn. I'm not perfect. I'm learning. Like I said, I'm not about perfection. It's about progression, man. That's all I care about.
Joshua, just one minute. You can talk in a minute, Derek. You were at the darts together last night. I missed out on the darts. I just got back from Honolulu last night.
He was invited. And
I just got back from Honolulu.
So no-show Gareth.
No, but I was in Hawaii, man. I was in Hawaii.
To be honest, he come from Hawaii back to here, you're probably thinking, he probably still had his hula's on.
I had plenty of hulas going on, believe me. Hawaii, baby, yes, I won't forget you. No, the thing is...
I don't have no part to it.
No, but the thing is, it's a serious question. Is Anthony Joshua too much about the business and not taking the fights he should be taking?
I can't comment on a man's career, man. He's making his money, you know what I mean? You know, he's making his money. Listen, he's doing well in it. I ain't got nothing negative to say about him. You know, he's making his money. Good luck to him.
There's no ducking you,
But
yeah?
he needs to just take fights. You know, people need to fight each other. Listen, every great heavyweight with fought great fighters got lost on the record and been on their ass. You know, because if you're fighting good fighters and you're fighting world level fighters, you're gonna lose. You're gonna get knocked down. You know, but you know, if you're just fighting average, look at Deontay Wilder. The first good fight he lost. The first good fight he fought, he lost. Tyson Fury. He lost. He definitely lost that fight 100 million%. And that's what happened. When you keep protecting your record, keep fighting nobodies with no ambition, then these things happen.
You don't push yourself up to the higher levels. Listen, I know you got a lot of chicken breast to go and eat. Just what I'm saying is I'm about to release you and let you hit that dry breast. We'll catch you tomorrow.
No, you're not releasing it, bro. Release yourself, bro.
Release yourself.
Cheers, Dillian.
Take care. See you tomorrow, yeah? Whoa, what was that? Sorry about us having to like bounce.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot going on, wasn't it?
when there's war, we go. And here's the war correspondence report. We heard from Dillian there, of course. It all kind of went out of the window when they went behind the stage there. This is a second-hand report, but it sounds like Dean, our big mate Dean, was having a pop at Derek Chisora round the back when they both went their separate ways round the back and then kind of met up. Derek pushed his trainer Don Charles out of the way. Don knocked a screen over as he fell over. All the drama then went off, and then the handbags were trying to come in. There were no punches landed, I understand. And Dillian was probably walking off for a coffee. But anyway, Derek was up on a big stool afterwards when we went around there, giving it large.
Giving it the large.
Listen, if we didn't have it before, and we've said it all week, now it's war.
It is war. Guys, listen, like we said, you are not going to find a better place for round by round betting than on William Hill. Listen, guys, it's going to be an absolutely epic fight. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Get involved with all that's going on with William Hill. We've got loads more content coming out surrounding this fight. It's going to be epic. Gareth, it's been another amazing fight week. We'll be back again in the new year for another one. Exactly. Keep it locked to all the William Hill socials because we'll be all popping off tomorrow and a recap of it all on Sunday morning. Cheeky Sport Dave, Gareth A. Davis. We're signing out.